What's going on, everybody? My name is Tech, and if it's your first time to the channel, I was the #1 seller of pre-owned men's clothing on eBay. But today, we're coming live from the warehouse. We're about to head to Orlando because I have to sell this huge video game collection. It's actually two collections. One collection that I spent $5,200 on, sold for $62 to a guy that I'm about to drop it off to, and a second collection that I paid $8,400, and I sold that one for $9,700 to the same person. So I spent $13,600, and I'm gonna sell it for $15,900. Plus I have a couple little odds and ends that I'm gonna sell as well. So we should get a check for over $16,000 easily. And that's the business that I'm in now. Buy stuff, wholesale it out, just make a couple dollars per piece. We do with the pallets. This one here is 500 shoes, and here's 500 more shoes back here. So if you are new to the channel, I've been doing this for over 15 years, almost 20 years. I have sold millions of dollars online. So let's see if we can load this all up, if it's gonna fit, and if we could drop it off in one piece and collect the check. So inside of this video game collection, we do have some crazy stuff. Here's an inbox Sega CD. There's an inbox Nintendo. Tons of inbox Genesis, tons of Grails. We've got good ones. We've got your Pokemans, got your Game Boys. This one here is new seal. Like this here is like gradable, and that'll go for very good money. But overall, like really excellent stuff in here. All right, so we got the car loaded up and we are loaded to the brim. All the video games are in there, and we have over 300 pairs of Levi's and Carhartt that we also have a buyer for up in the Orlando area. Here we are now. If we crash on the turnpike, like, we have thousands of pounds coming towards us. So if you never see this video, I guess it was good knowing you guys, but you got to risk it for the biscuit. So we should get, you know, close to 20,000 with this stuff, another few $1,000s with this. Go up there, like I said, collect the check, hit a flea market, find some more cool stuff, see what we could do. Let's go. So the car is pretty much loaded up. My son came with us today, and there's only room for 2 people. So for me, I'm just gonna walk home. It's about, I don't know, a mile and a half from my warehouse to home. No big deal. I walk 15 miles a day on the treadmill anyways. I do the morning call on the group on the treadmill every day. So I always do at least 15 miles no matter what, but sometimes I just like walking. You're by yourself, no one bothers you. You can hear the birds singing a little bit. You kind of just think and relax. We're coming up over here on the warehouse where my landscape company is and my tree services. It's right around the corner from my warehouse back there. Stone's throw away. But, you know, so like the money that I'm gonna get today, like 20,000 bucks, is like more money than I made when my son was born for the entire year. So it just goes to show like how scalable eBay is, how scalable reselling is. And you know, for me, I started with $35 as a single dad, made less than $20,000 for the whole year. The first year my son was born, probably the first 2 years that my son was born. And you know, tomorrow we're gonna pick up a check or two that is gonna be more money than what I made in 1 or 2 years when my son was born, when I worked at CVS as a photo lab supervisor. And now I'm walking by my building here, the warehouse here, where I have like a lot of very expensive equipment that was all funded and purchased through the money-making multiplying machine that is eBay. You know, bucket trucks worth $100,000, stump grinder worth around 100,000 bucks. Like, none of this would be possible without reselling and without eBay. So like, I talk about the opportunity and I talk about like the urgency that's needed. And I hope like somebody out there, like not everyone needs to heed the advice, it's okay. But I hope like somebody out there heeds the advice about like what a powerful opportunity this is. Whether you do it part-time, full-time, it doesn't matter. Just do it. Make a couple dollars, make some money, multiply the money. Because like I said, 20 years ago, 22 years to be exact, when my son was born, I might have taken home half of what I'm gonna bring home tomorrow. And over there's a couple trucks sticking out down there. Just multiply the money, redeploy it, multiply, redeploy, invest it into other things, whether it's another business. You know, the best thing that you can invest in is yourself. The most profitable business that you'll invest in is your own business. After that, if you want to diversify a little bit, whatever, you know, is best for you, stock market, real estate, whatever, just make the money, save the money, grow the money. Don't spend it. Don't be crazy. Save the money, be smart, because there ain't no 401k for a hustler. And all of us out here, we're all hustling on eBay every single day. So like, we have to be responsible for our own safety net, our own well-being. And I don't like to show like a lot about my business on here, because like, you know, sometimes people say like it's not relatable, and I get it, I understand. Like people say, you know, when you show these hauls, like it's not relatable because like no one else can find that amount of stuff or that good of quality of stuff, and I get it. But also, like, I've been doing this for almost 20 years, refining the craft every single day, getting better, working on the muscle of like a photographic memory, eBay wise, not whatever my wife says, that goes in one ear and out the other, but like an eBay photographic memory. So like, don't compare yourself to somebody else. Like, the best comparison that you can make is who you are today versus who you are tomorrow. And I know I talk a lot about like getting better items, but that's better for everybody, even me too. Like, whatever kind of items you get, your goal should be to get better items. Even if you have the best items, your goal should be to get better items, like even better items than the items that you're getting right now. Like, that should be everyone's goal and mission. When you start to rest and when you start to get complacent, that's very dangerous for your business. So I've rambled enough. We're heading actually the opposite direction of my house because we're gonna get a Slurpee. And I've never done drugs, I never drank in my life, never smoked, never did anything like that. But like, I have a real soft spot for Slurpees, unfortunately. And I'm like, if I'm gonna get a Slurpee today, I gotta at least walk home, in addition to like the 15 miles, in addition to all the miles that we did at the flea market this morning. Hopefully the machine is working in here. If not, I got one more opportunity on the way home, but let's see. So it's a bit hot today as well. It's starting to turn. It's spring now. It's gonna start heating up. Might even rain a little bit on the way home, so you got to get it how you live, and how I live is a little bit different from most folks. Pack up the car, walk home, do my little 20 listings on eBay, hit the treadmill, and hopefully make some money today and tomorrow, and live to list another day. Out of stock. All right, enough backtracking, going home. Part of the fun about getting a Slurpee is actually finding a 7-Eleven where the Slurpee machine is working. Enough about Slurpees, back to reselling. All right, so we have made it to Orlando. We left the house at 4:45. It's a little bit after 8 today. We are at Animal Kingdom, and we have Disney annual passes just to pretty much waste time during our Orlando sweep when we come up here for the flea markets, and so I can make BOLO videos, of course. And if you haven't seen those, definitely check those out. There's 2 very good ones. Over 1,000 items that I've given you straight off the dome, no preparation, just rock and roll. So I gotta start the morning call in about a half hour. I have a super secret spot inside of Animal Kingdom that no one knows where it is. It's very quiet, it has a charger. It's a great place. So we'll do that in a little bit. And what better office could you have for a Monday morning call than you got Kilimanjaro over there, and my wife will probably go on the safari while I do the morning call. So you're looking at all work and all play. All right, so we are one step closer to dropping off the video games. We left Animal Kingdom a couple hours ago, checked into the hotel. It's 3 o'clock now. We got a 45-minute drive more north to drop off the games. We did do a deal for Carhartt, 90 pairs of jeans. I sold those. We got 212 pairs of Levi's left. But once we get all of these video games out of here, we will have much more room. So that way we can go to the flea market on Wednesday. Today is Monday. Fill up the car again, bring it home, make more money, and do it all over again. Good morning, good morning. It is 5:30 in the morning. We left our hotel at 4:30 in the morning, woke up at 4, and we're here ready to rock and roll. So car is empty, check is collected, money is collected, sold all the jeans, sold all the games. Now it's time to fill up the car again. It is Wednesday, so I don't know, see what we could do, right? It's been a little bit rainy last night into this morning, but right now it looks okay. Looks like a pretty solid turnout for a Wednesday. So hopefully we can fill the car back up, and then I can show you some more cool stuff. Also, we have no cart because I couldn't even fit my cart in the car, so I'm rolling IKEA bag, which I don't like to roll IKEA bag. I like to roll cart. So the abuela cart, the grandma cart, is home right now in La Casa. We have grande bolsa. Andale, let's go. This particular flea market is much more rural. There are more chickens, you can probably hear them, and strawberries than there are people, but you can still find some stuff over here. There's stuff everywhere. All right, so it is 6:51. Car is filling up. Guys, this is not a highly populated area, but we just got a lot of good stuff, and the sun has not even come up. So get out here early, get out here often. I don't know anybody, but I'm just out here getting the good stuff. The marathon continues. We're getting a lot of stuff. I'm not gonna have enough time in the video, otherwise the video will be an hour long to show you getting all the stuff, so I'll just have to show you when we get back to the warehouse. All right guys, we're heading out. So much great stuff. Bunch of great shoes, bunch of great stuff. We're not finished yet. I gotta go do the morning call. The morning call starts in about 24 minutes. So I gotta find Burger King, go head over there. All right, so we just left Plant City. We met up with a couple other guys. The car completely, utterly full again. So we went with a full car, emptied it out. We did get the check, $16,587 for the video games. We sold all the jeans, 212 pairs of Levi's, 90 pairs of Carhartt. Cart was empty. Now it's full of a lot of good stuff again. So we will show you everything that we got from that flea market, which is 4 hours away from home, when we get back to the warehouse in about 2 hours and 17 minutes, which is 150 miles of just this. You see Carhartt out there? You see CC Filson raining from the sky? That's what we got. See you in a minute. All right, so we just made it back, dropped off the games, filled up the car. So we unloaded the car, filled it back up, and now it's empty, ready for tomorrow. So we got about, I don't know, 75 pieces of Lululemon. We're like a magnet for Lululemon. It doesn't matter where we are, we can always find it. We got a lot of really, really good stuff. Like this here is like Adidas key roll-in pants, which sell for a lot of money. I'll put the tag in a comp. A lot of really great stuff right here, but of course we can't show it all because the video is already getting a little bit long. So this here is an Averex G2 jacket. This one here with the little Ford logo sells for about $300. This one is a Paradise Found shirt. Not all Paradise Found shirts are great. However, this one was worn by Tom Selleck for Magnum PI. You can always tell by the purple parrots. And if you're new here, I pay anywhere from $1, $3, $5, $7, $8, $10. If I got to pay more than $10, you're talking about a Grand Slam home run. Got the Averex for $7. I got the Paradise Found for $6. We got this rock mount made in USA. And we don't find this a lot here in Florida. Shout out to Stasia though on the show and tell. She always shows some nice pearl snaps. We do show and tell call Wednesday in the group. That right there is worth the price of admission. You pay attention to show and tell. You find bolos like this, rock mount, good brand. It's out there for all you folks who say I can't find, the same kind of stuff that you do in Florida. It makes sense, but you find more stuff like this, which I don't find a lot. This is Wrangler, vintage. This one is a brush popper. And not all Wrangler pearl snaps are brush poppers. They have to have, you know, the liner, they have to be dust resistant, dirt resistant, so on and so forth. These sell very well. This will sell for good money. We also have this Wrangler. Another nice one, nice design. Pearl snap on the front. This one will sell great as well. Pearl snap, older tag. And this is like, for all you up north folks, this is the stuff you should be looking for. Wrangler, rodeo stuff, sells great. More Wrangler with a nice print on the front. Again, the pearl snap. More Wrangler, pearl snap, older with the blue tag. More Wrangler. This here is Etro, good brand here. Good tag to look out for, Etro. We have a St. John, Marie Gray, which is not as good as this St. John. This is just regular St. John. This one's gonna sell very nicely, nice color. Just a Mom Art puffer. Figure I show this one. We always just leave this brand in the stack and don't really show it that much. We got a Pro Player Orlando Magic, reversible. And a good tip for you, if you can't find the tag and it's reversible, it's going to be in the pocket. So check the pocket for the tag. These Harley ones, again, we never show because they're always just in this stack. Anyone with the back embroidery sell great. Spider, you can get the overalls for the Spider or anything heavy duty or, you know, with 3M on it. It's going to sell for good money. Echo jean jacket, kind of workwear style. These jackets sell very nicely. Pittsburgh Penguins, kind of like with a flame on it. This one sells very nice. It's a Disney Incredibles jacket on a Disney tag. Another Western shirt. This one is Eli Cattleman. The plain ones don't do so well, but this turquoise one with the pearl snap and with the little roses on it, that one will do very nice. Got a couple jerseys. This is a Houston Astros. This is the City Edition one. So this one is kind of like a special edition alternate logo, commands a premium. We got a nice Burberry quarter zip. They do have a lot of fake Burberry out there, so you got to make sure yours is on the up and up. Couple pairs of True Religion camo. Black ones. These ones still have the tags on them, so that's very nice. The Genos. This one here, a nice wash on them, acid wash with the horseshoe on the back. We got a couple nice pairs of Echo shorts with the rhino on the back. They like that stuff. Good money on that. Starter. Florida Gators. Remember, always look for the star from the 90s. A Derek Jeter, Majestic, stitched baseball jersey. We have a Jams World. Good tag right there. We usually just leave this in this pile, but I'm trying to show you guys more stuff. On Jams World, the tag on the interior, it's going to tell you the code for the specific pattern that it has, and every single pattern has a name. If you can get the code off of the side seam, put the pattern, maybe it'll help you sell. We got a Logo Athletic, Arizona Diamondbacks baseball jersey. Logo Athletic, one of the 90s brands like Starter. Puma, Detroit Lions. And Puma only held the contract for 1 year for the NFL. G4, good brand here, good golf brand. John Elway, again, Logo Athletic. We got a lot of good vintage stuff. There's a lot of good stuff in here. Like we're not doing it justice. Like here is Robert Graham shirts. Here's another Robert Graham shirt. And you could just tell by like the outside of them. This here is a nice Peter Millar. We have some nice stuff in here, but we don't have all day. We have about 30 pairs of Levi's and Carhartts. Here's some vintage stuff. So some vintage stuff, you know, is not great for eBay, but some of this stuff is good for eBay. So I'll show you a little bit. This is a vintage now 2005 Kiefer Sutherland 24 shirt. So any kind of like pop culture TV show, you can sell those. This is Babylon 5 movie tee. Has a nice graphic on the back. This one's from 1999. Another Babylon shirt on, this is also always a pretty good tag to look out for. This one is from 1998. This one here, it's got a cuss word there, so we'll block that out. I've sold similar ones of this same band for around $200. So this one goes pretty good. If you ever see like a shirt with a cuss word on it from like a concert or a band, it's probably pretty good money. This is a vintage LL Bean shirt. These always sell pretty nicely. You could sell this on eBay just fine. You don't need a brick and mortar store. This one here is a kind of Save the Rainforest wraparound shirt. You know, tie-dye, all over print. These ones sell very nicely. This is a Wolverine movie tee from 2006 Marvel. But not only that, this is the Circuit City limited edition. Shout out to Circuit City. I worked there for a week. Then they went out of business. We have a Pirates of the Caribbean long sleeve on the Disney tag. And if we could all go back in time and pick up all the WCW NWO shirts from 1998. This is Sting. This is brand new. This originally sold at Kmart on the Tall Text tag. And if we could all go back in time, $11.99. We would be rich if we could go back in time. Very cool Bugs Bunny shirt. This one is from 1990. We have the single stitch on the top sleeve. We have the single stitch on the bottom. And this one is going to be on a Screen Stars Best tag, made in USA, 50/50 cotton polyester blend. All of these are indicators of vintage. This is a vintage tag, 50/50 cotton polyester blend, made in the USA. Single stitch, and we have the timestamp 1990. Shirt will sell fine even on eBay. We have a Nutmeg Yukon Husky shirt. And this one here, he's on the front, but he's jumping through the back. Those ones sell pretty nicely. We have another one of these kind of Save the Rainforest shirts. These ones sell pretty good. This one is tie-dye. Very nice graphic on the front and the back. We have a Notre Dame single stitch Riddell big football helmet shirt. That'll do okay. This is a liquid blue from 1997. Liquid blue tag, made in the USA. This one is Hammerhead Sharks on the front and on the back. Very nice. This is a Marlboro fleece. These ones sell just fine on eBay. They don't make Marlboro stuff anymore because they can't. So it does command a premium. Again, any kind of defunct team, Seattle Supersonics, that will do pretty nice. Even these Disney ones, you know, any of the Disney design studios, those can sell on eBay. These old vintage, you know, Patriots shirt, 1994, Barry Manilow, 1993. Like, we got a lot of cool stuff here. 250 hats, a bunch here, bunch here, bunch here, and a bunch here. So we got clothes, hats, jeans. Let me show you the shoes. All right, so these are the shoes that we got. Not those. We've been collecting those. There's over 500 pairs back there. We got all of these shoes on the trip. We went to one flea market. So we got some baby shoes, some little foam posits, some Jordans, more Jordans. We got these Doc Martens for $3. We got a good amount of Birkenstocks. Those were pretty nice. These ones here are very, very old. They have the Nike blue tag. They are not wearable, but someone will pay a pretty penny to buy these for collectible purposes. And I have sold the yellow and green colorway, the Oregon colorway, for over 500, so these are gonna sell very nicely. We have Polkas and On Clouds. We have those as always. Always get these. More tuned Air, more Air Maxes, more Air Maxes, more tuned Jordans, Hokas. We ended up getting these. These are kind of cool. They sell for about 120, 140 bucks. They're Vapor Maxes with some kind of sleeve that goes on them. They are brand new. They look like muddy, but this is how they're supposed to be, but they are brand new. We ended up getting 3 pairs of these and some Jordans. But all in all, a great trip. Picked up the check, sold a few $1,000s worth of jeans, picked up another $10,000 worth of stuff, and all in about 48 hours or so. So that's the name of the game. We drove up 4 hours, came back 4 hours, 8 hours round trip. Doesn't matter where you are, where you go, you can find stuff. This is not my home flea market. This is not where I have all of my advantages. We're just out there getting it done and doing work. So I appreciate everybody. I hope it was helpful. As always, be great. Thank you.